Peggy 18.
This day have set upon a mighty endeavor. Souls will be shaken with the violences of war. In this hour of great sacrifice, we shall
Oh, it's so
prevail.
laggy. Like, that's not even my connection, that is the video itself.
We are all that separates
It's
the world
just
from
like
darkness.
Melvar back in the
The
day.
enemy is ruthless. We cannot. We must not fail.
Duty first.
Graphics look good, I think, if it wasn't lagging so goddamn much.
How many casualties? We executed the mission. Get me the fuck out of here. How many? We had orders. Get to cover!
Okay, seriously, I've played this before, like, a long time ago.
Lieutenant, tell them what we're all about.
No mission too difficult.
This is World at War. Literally.
No sacrifice too great.
Welcome to the Bloody First. You're a long way from Texas, farm boy.
Oh, it's the dude that plays in Transformers and all that. Right. Looks sort of fun, but
You just saw the world premiere of the reveal trailer for Call of Duty World War II. And we're just getting started. We're streaming to you live from the middle of London, but today is all about you, our fans all over the world.
Hirschberg.
This game is the game that you've been waiting to see, and believe me when I say it's the game that we've been waiting to show you. Call of Duty has the most passionate fans anywhere.
Oh, yeah.
Throughout this live stream,
And-
we're going to be
and they've been
answering questions
dropping
that
off
you've
like
sent to us
fucking
from all over
flies.
the world over the last few days. When we greenlit this game 3 years ago now, we knew it was time for us to go back to our roots.
3
Back to
years
the
people put
gritty,
into this.
authentic, visceral military experience that Call of Duty was built on. This game delivers all that, and it also strives to capture the intense bonds of brotherhood that came from common everyday people who rose above the most epic and horrible conflict. in human history.
Brotherhood
And
Road
with
to Hell
Sledgehammer
or
Games
something
at
like
the helm, we
that.
knew we had the right
That
team
game.
to deliver the cinematic scale and the relentless attention to detail that this conflict deserves and demands. Their passion and creativity.
This is the reason why I
has
said,
inspired
why
me
bother do a
from day
World War
one.
II game? Because
Call
it's
of Duty
all the
World War
same
II
shit.
does more
It
than
looks the
just go back
same.
to
It
boots on the
plays the
ground.
same. It's the
It also
same
delivers a
exact
gripping,
events.
immersive
It's just
story
in
in a
HD
dark,
now.
irreverent tone.
Maybe
Captures both
4K if
the
they can
epic
even push
scale
it that
and
much.
the human struggle of this incredible conflict.
Hey.
Like so many people all over the world, many of us, myself included, have a personal connection to this conflict through family members who fought in this war. This story belongs to the entire world.
Yeah, and we've seen the
This game truly
stories and the
recaptures
war
that
a
first
million
Call of Duty
times over
value
again.
that no one
Damn, this
fights
live
alone.
stream is buggy.
Call of Duty World War II also features a multiplayer game that brings back the intense, visceral,
Oh, yeah,
boots
boots to
on
the
the ground gameplay
ground.
our fans love.
So everybody
along
can
with some
camp in a
great new
goddamn corner
innovations
with a
that
Claymore
push the
set
game
up
forward.
from 'em.
And if you can't wait until November to play it, well, good news.
Oh,
You
yes, there's a
don't have
closed beta, right?
Excited to announce right here, right now,
Uh-huh.
that later this year, we'll be hosting a private multiplayer beta.
Oh, yeah.
This is just the
So
beginning
then you have
of
to
a
spend
journey
60
we'll be
bucks
taking
on
with
the
you
game that
all
you
year.
probably
You're
ain't
gonna
even
be
going
hearing
to really
more
care
from
to
us
play.
more often with more information than ever as we reveal all the details we've got in store for you with Call of Duty World War II. And that starts right now. We've got a great lineup here today, ready to answer the questions that you've sent to us. In a few minutes, I'll be bringing up Michael and Glenn from the studio, as well as a few members of our cast.
Oh,
As
yeah.
you'll see, the team at Sledgehammer has poured their heart and soul into this game. No battle was too big.
They hire the
no
big
detail
actors
was
and
too
then they make a
small.
game that is.
From the painstaking historical
they keep doing
research
that.
to visiting each and every one of the
I think
game's
Advanced
real-life
Warfare was
locations,
literally the
to
last game
sweating
that
the
I
audio
was
and visual
really
details
loving
that get
the
your ear
actors that
up
were
just
playing in
right.
it. And then
The goal was to
also the
create
game
most
itself was
immersive
pretty
World War
good.
II universe ever. We wanted our long-standing fans to experience World War II like never before.
Let me guess. There's no
and to
destructible,
introduce this historic conflict to a
no
whole new
destructible
generation of
maps.
players along the way. So let's get
You
right
can't
to it.
find like
Here's
there's
behind
been
the
no
scenes
game
look
where you
at
could
the creative
actually
process at the
fully
studio
kill Hitler
and a deeper
in
look at what's
even
coming
though
in
it's like
store
World War
with
II.
Call
Oh,
of
that's
Duty
not
World War II.
realistic. It's Call of Duty. Come on now. Why not? Maybe if they
Second World
have like
War
a full-on
goes beyond our
VR.
boundaries in every category. We see more nations involved in a single conflict. We see casualties higher
Yes,
than
this
ever
is a history
before.
class.
Just a
We've all
generation
seen that.
before, at the end of the First World War, the Great War.
I mean, I'm not saying that
they
it wasn't
didn't
a
call it
big
World
war
I
and there
because
wasn't
they
a lot of
expected that nothing
casualties and there
like
wasn't a
this
lot of
would ever
stories and there
happen
wasn't a
again.
lot of stuff.
And a
Like it
generation
was one of
later,
the biggest
something happens
wars
that's
in
even
world
bigger and
history.
even
That's why it's
worse
World
in
War
so many
II.
ways.
But damn.
We have the honor of making this year's Call of Duty called World War II.
Our chance to tell the epic,
Anybody can make that. And then the live stream just totally
visceral
fails
story
again.
of the world's greatest conflict.
There is a genuine interest in producing a product that is historically authentic.
Every part of this game has been researched and nuanced and studied.
That's what
and
you
scanned
always
and photographed.
say.
We really tried to get the respect. And
These are the same selling points that they hit on every year.
The brotherhood, the camaraderie, the guy next to me. That became the theme for our game.
On a personal level, honoring the story.
Show me something to sell the game that has never been done before. Something brand new.
Our story weaves in and out of real historical events. We've gone to great pains to create those authentic battles.
Yep,
One of the
seen
biggest
it.
things we wanted to
Been
get
there,
across
done
was
that.
a sense of camaraderie.
The people you serve side by side with, you develop bonds with those people.
Hopefully players will walk away from this story feeling like they really know these guys
Welcome to the Bloody First.
and they care about them.
Your ass ain't Mass
Art
Effect.
influences the game in a huge way. The lighting and the tonality and the colors. We want to be able to have the player feel something.
By creating a very believable environment, it allows the player to slip
Last
into
time I
this
actually felt
world.
something in a video game
For the art
was
direction we call dark and beautiful.
Battlefield
It was
1
emotionally
with the
dark,
episodes.
visually
That was
beautiful.
that one
More
actually
than just
hit.
being cool and pretty, it's about trying to get people to have a deeper emotional reaction to the game.
Our modeling department is amazing. The weapons, vehicles, the tanks, even the cars you might see on a city street. The level of detail is just phenomenal.
Okay, how about the maps? Being able to blow out a wall. I mean, hell. You should be able to do that by now.
A lot of film, a lot of archive footage to see how combatants in World War II would behave. Sometimes the hardest things are the biggest.
Like they haven't done that already in the past. With the like 6 World War II games that they made in the past.
We record everything. Every location we record in for the game. The ambiances, the music, the dialogue, everything has to be created from scratch. We had a real opportunity here to do a level of authenticity and reality.
I could see
true to the
like
word, true to the soldiers
using
who
more
fought in
up-to-date
that war. We had this
microphones
great
and
opportunity
cameras
with
and stuff
Marty
like
Morgan,
that
our
to make
military advisor.
better
Spent a lot of time
looking
on a gun
guns
range
and
with
stuff,
all
but
of the authentic World War II weaponry.
It's
literally
critical to
you're
understand
just
the
you're
absolute
polishing up on the
violence
homework
of the
that you
Second World
already
War.
did
It's critical to
years
understand
ago.
how weapons and firepower function.
This is a story that's
Everybody knows how
bigger
these
than all of
guns
us.
fire.
This is a whole new generation who might not have a lot of experience with in this time period.
For
And this
God's
is a great
sakes,
opportunity
Battlefield
to
1
have
just
them
released a
experience
game
that
with
at
probably
full
half the weapons you're going to use.
We've made
And
something
half the tanks and
pretty
everything.
incredible, and I'm very proud of it.
It's perhaps the greatest compliment I've been paid in my career to work on this project.
This is the most powerful game I've ever worked on. It's very personal. It's very humbling.
You know, I've been making games for over 26 years.
Oh yes, and this is the
And
biggest one
I'll
ever.
tell you, it's the best game we ever made.
Right, yeah. You don't hear that every year.
And that is how you do a global reveal, because that's what
Oh,
it was,
yeah.
the global reveal of the new Call of Duty game, going back to World War II. I'm OJ Borgia at the BFI in London. The
This guy's
IMAX
looking like
screen,
one of the
biggest
Property
screen
Brothers or whatever.
in the United Kingdom, which seems a fitting place to have a game of such cinematic scope. Now, watching that trailer for the first time, like you, I was so hyped watching it, and I would be hyped if it was any Call of Duty game.
Oh,
But the fact
totally.
that Call of Duty is going back to its roots, I mean, I need to just calm down just slightly, because I'm overhyped right
Oh,
now.
sure.
Between the trailer and the video
Oh,
that
you
we
got somebody
just saw,
sniffing
I
the
am
microphone.
dying to know more about this game, and as I'm sure you are. That's why you've tuned into this live stream.
Totally, dude.
Well, we talked to the people who made the game. That is Glenn and Michael from Sledgehammer Games. We're here right now. How excited are you guys right now?
Dude, after 2.5 years of sitting quiet, this is an incredible moment, so thanks.
It is just
Everybody
an
knew
exciting
it about a
moment.
year
Now,
ago.
My heart's still racing. The audience picks up on that.
Thank you.
It was a great trailer. My heart's still racing from it. It was gritty. We talked about the art direction in that.
Used to be such a big Call of Duty fan.
And emotional.
Used to love to compete in Call of Duty and everything.
Like to be in World War II. Can you tell us a bit more then about the detail and the research that went into making this new Call of Duty?
Yeah, you know, getting World War II right is incredibly important to us. Many of us have family members that have been touched by the war.
You already said
paying
that.
attention to every detail is our way of honoring them. We spent 2.5 years researching, studying, taking
Why do you need to study that long?
Documentaries and meeting with World War II veterans.
I think these are actually the guys that worked on Call of Duty 2 and 3, Big Red 1, and Offensive. What was it? The offensive lineup or something like that. There, even the very first Call of Duty.
In addition to Normandy, we literally traveled the routes of the 1st Infantry Division and other Allied units, from the English Channel to the hedgerows of northern France, through Luxembourg and Belgium, and past the old city of Aachen. Frankly, all the way to
This
the
is
Rhine.
kind of cool seeing
and
this.
It was great. We dug deep into the historical battle locations where many of the soldiers fought and sacrificed.
You talk about history, you talk about the accuracy. Am I right in thinking you had a historian working on this? In fact, we saw him, didn't we? In that mini doc.
I think this is cool, seeing the live action footage more than actually seeing the game.
Historian and author. He's been a huge part of the team. He's worked with us for the last 2 years, and he's frankly devoted his life to capturing the stories.
Yeah, we've all
of
seen
soldiers on the
that.
front line. And so with him as a cornerstone of our research,
Yeah.
and a tremendous sort of asset to the team, he's really helped us capture the essence of war for fans.
And they used a drone
we only
to
learned
get
about
all the
this a couple of
shots.
days ago. You'll have been sitting on this, I think Glenn said, for 2.5 years. Since the reveal, how are you feeling right now? What have those days been like?
Oh my goodness, it has been really amazing, unbelievable, frankly. And yeah, the reaction's been really positive.
Unbelievable, even though we've done this
Really to all the hard-working
4 or 5
developers
times
at
before.
Sledgehammer Games back home, and to everybody at Activision, it's really been great. And for Glenn and I, it's really humbling to have the opportunity to tell this incredible story of heroism, to honor the men and women who've sacrificed to bring around victory, and what really is history's greatest conflict.
And you know, the team back in Foster City is watching the stream right now, and a shout out to all of you, and thanks for your hard work.
Because I'm guessing it has been 2.5 years of hard work. Really hard work.
Oh,
Now,
yes.
we've got
Very
tons
hard
of
work.
questions that are coming in from you. You can get in touch with us on our social channels. And if they say that no man fights
Making
alone,
the same damn
no
game
man
that you
fights
made,
alone either.
like,
Because
what?
alongside me is a YouTuber. I call him the Crown Prince
6
of
years
zombies.
ago,
That
maybe?
is Mr. Dalek
Probably
JD, who
more.
I know is super hyped right now.
That is correct, OJ, and I mean, that introduction was beautiful. And,
Oh, where's
I'm
Ali
just so
A?
happy to be here, and he's
He
exactly
should be
right.
in there.
Since Friday, we've been taking in your questions about the game via Twitter, and the response has just been phenomenal. And there is still time to get your questions in if you haven't already. All
It's been 12 minutes so far, and I haven't seen anything that they haven't done in the past.
World War II. Now, we already have some tweets to kick off the show. We have at Cal's Tweetings, who says, "I'm so excited."
Okay, as I said, if they made a full-on like Resident Evil 7 style VR experience in this and did something totally brand new, like nobody's ever done before, Call of Duty World War II VR mode, push it into your PlayStation, play on the PlayStation VR or the Oculus or whatever on the PC, and you actually see this gameplay in 3D and storm the beaches of Normandy in 3D with the VR, and you're looking all over the place, seeing everybody, just getting killed around you and everything, and it's that epic experience that you've always wanted to experience in a movie or a game or something. That would be a good selling point. This is just kind of laziness on their part of just making the same damn thing that they've always made before. Give me a mission where it maybe even still in the VR with co-op going on, I can storm into Hitler's big is it a plateau or is it a mansion or is it or villa or whatever that he had, and you do this epic shootout that lasts like 20 minutes or half hour, and then you finally go up and maybe you do finally get to take out the Red Wolf himself and not a lookalike or whatever. Because I know there's been other games that have said, oh, you can take out Hitler, but it was just a lookalike or something like that of him. It's not actually, it's him in disguise so they can keep their games going. I mean, come on. Perfect opportunity being set up right here. It's Call of Duty. You want to bring your fan base back in. Give us something we've never seen before. Give us something that we've never done before. We have used the M1 Garand so many years, so many times, all over again. Like, this is just World at War, maybe COD 1, 2, and 3, and then some parts of like Battlefield 1 with the graphics looking as decent as they do. They look pretty good. MG42, we've used that gun also before. I mean, come on. You're right here. You are ready to just pow and send that ball flying, and then you drop it. It just, that's like a mic drop in everybody's face. Grease gun, yeah. That was like literally a go-to weapon on World at War. And why not just show the multiplayer also? You know why? Because the multiplayer is going to be exact same as War at War also. That's the reason why I cannot get hyped up for a World War II Call of Duty, because I knew they were going to do this stuff. I just do not see this game doing as good as everybody wants it to do. I see Call of Duty just dropping. Activision, if this game does not pull a profit like Activision wants it to, Call of Duty's days are actually numbered. And that, in a sense, kind of pains me to say, because I've had so many good years, so many people that I've been friends with and enemies with, and so many rivalries, so many challenges, so many good shootouts, and so many good days and nights of literally just doing multiplayer matches and everything. So yes, personally, I would love to see Call of Duty come back to the spotlight and everything and do the damn thing. But man, not like this. Nah. This is not gonna. This is just an average game. I'm sorry. The graphics do look good, but nah. Every game looks this good now. Give us something brand new. With that, I am going to call this video right here. Sorry about my voice. I kind of forgot this live stream was going to take place, so I just threw it on really quickly, popped the live stream on, did this little reaction video. Yeah. This is frustrating to see, because I see a lot of potential in it that they are not hitting. So, I will be back with some other videos some other time, whether it's this channel, another channel, or whatever. You'll see me again very soon. Yeah. So, Call of Duty World War II. Just, Anyways, catch you later.